it would be so beautiful if each human could see at that point that what they're terminating is nothing. To the people they leave behind, it's not nothing. But what they're terminating is an appearance of their own mind. And then they exit, and then it's a very sad process. And it's like, the TV is a great analogy, because if you're having a really horrible time in your life, say the TV, for example, if you change the language of the TV, you now don't even know what's going on. It's because it's just an appearance. And then if you dim the light of the TV, then you don't know what's going on. It's just emulating light. And that's what I'm saying. You don't even need the image to change, because what's most primary that we completely ignore is the fact that we can even have these appearances. At some point, the body will go. At some point, there'll only be awareness as a spacious expanse. So while you have this precious gift, we can observe the utter luminosity of everything. I find it so thrilling. I've started spontaneously meditating, literally like an hour and a half upstairs doing nothing, because I'm just so excited about this appearances. Like this, that went negative. My bathroom in London's flooded. They sent me a bill for like $3,000. This has gone like that. Someone's doing that. This is happening here. La, 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 la. And it's just literally this wondrous experience of luminosity. I really don't have the same attachment I used to have with the content of my life.
And it's like you will never get as desperate as before you could have.
Never, because exactly, because one of the very early signs for me that I was beginning to recognize my own nature was everything softened, right? I can't find my shoe. That used to make me so angry. It could be a comedy show, like Fawlty Towers anger, walking around, where's my bloody shoe? You know, I'm in my house and I'm having such a storm over a shoe. I mean, I'm happy to say if that's just me, that's fine, but I'm sure I'm not, right? Where's my car keys? Someone says something to you that, like, you're at a party and I'm just trying. Okay, so I'm at a party and I used to have a partner a long time ago, and she used to enjoy. I won't qualify it. She used to enjoy watching me get annoyed in public. I'm not going to say any more about that. So we were at a party and she said to me, you know that dinosaur program that you like watching? Because it was like a BBC recreation of dinosaurs. She would say, that's nothing like what it was like, because nobody knows. And I'd be like, well, I know that, but I watch it for entertainment. She goes, yeah, but you think it's real. And I would start getting into an argument about this. And if you're sitting over there, you would just see me get up and go, right, I'm leaving. It was over nonsense. Because I used to take everything my mind created, I used to take it as fact and as serious, right? Fact and as serious. And to bring back to the fight or flight concept, because I don't dismiss conventional ideas about the mind at all, but I don't indulge them as a discourse. So there was a time in my life where I grew up in a very dangerous area. So I always had to be on alert. So when people would come into the room, I would be like, who's that guy? Is that dangerous? If someone started antagonizing me, it would bring up lots of defensive energy, which was what was happening in that situation, although misplaced. But through awareness, you begin to see that even in the midst of fight and flight, there's only awakening. Even in the midst of ridiculous obsessions about lost shoes and keys or dinosaur TV programs, you are free as a free being. So you can have all of the same triggers in your life. Even the desire to kill yourself can be rising in full embellishment of the grand display of awakened awareness, and you are stable because you are awakened awareness. So to go back to the TV analogy, it's like thinking you're the images on the TV. Oh, wow, now I have to end the show. Oh, now I have to say this, and you're just exhausting yourself. And then you realize you're the screen. But you're not inseparable from the image. You're not the screen watching the TV now. You are it. But you're the stability of the screen, which never changes. But the screen never changes. So the movie comes, everything goes really intense, the whole thing happens, and you remember it. Where is it now? Think about the last drama that you was involved in. The last play on the screen that really was like so intense. The screen remains completely stable. And this is what you're being invited to observe about yourself. Are you always stable as awareness? I do not mean the content of your mind, because that is all over the place, right? But are you stable as that which perceives? And when you recognize that your perception is always rock solid, stable, unchanging, benevolent, aware, ready, available, heart, it's your heart space. Another word for this is your heart space. And that's, so the word heart, when it first came into use in spiritual text, it meant awareness. It meant that your awakening is in your heart and it's always stable. And it was meant to reference against the mind, but we just use different terminology now. So your heart space is always open, always available, always stable. And then there's this play that never ends. You go to sleep, you wake up and it goes, hello. It's always there. And you recognize it as your own heart space. It's just very well hidden because of how we've trained ourselves. It's like the guy with the puppets, and you're just so busy with the puppets, and then you realize there's a hand inside. You're like, oh, there it is. A great one is the Wizard of Oz, pulling all those things, and the Toto goes around the back, pulls the curtain. But we don't need to pull a curtain, because the curtain is awareness. We don't need the dog because it is awareness. We don't need puppets, it is awareness. It's all awareness, right where you're looking at it. Right where you meet it, that is it. That's your freedom right there, in every appearance. You never need a different circumstance to know your true nature, because it is every circumstance. How relieving is that? Like, people can hear this type of conversation and they can feel lots of concerns coming up. As it's not happening here, but it can happen, where people get concerned. It might be happening here. People get concerned. Oh, what does that mean? What's that? What's that? It's like the mind is so fragile, it's even terrified of being free. So it's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Like it's like someone is sharing with you a gift that they've discovered, and you're like, whoa, that's serious, man. No, it's a celebration. Yippee, I'm free. It's the most blessed celebration you can have. We should do some dancing in a bit. Celebrate it. Okay, so would you like to share?
Yeah.
Okay, you can come and sit up here. Laura's going to give a little bit of sharing of her.
Can I just ask you,
Oh, go ahead.
what living here and now? Would you summarize it like that?
It's included because there is only here and now.
Yeah.
So it's not like, am I living here and now, or am I going to live yesterday? Or am I going to live here and now or tomorrow? We can only live here and now. So that's included. But it's recognizing that I am the here and now rather than I am in the here and now. So it's just a different position, a more accurate position. Okay?